it off and turning it back on again fix the problem. Son of a gun. Now then. Rusty, I saw your question. Let me know in the chat when you're there, because I want to make sure you're watching before I answer the question. Alright. Vinyl saying gotta hit the sack, just came home after a 15-hour flight. Holy heck. Good luck with your stream fixing and continue workout, Brawny. Hope to catch more of the stream next time. Thank you. Need more people in here. Send the stream to all your Brawny friends and or people who like workouts. Or fitness or whatever. Anybody that wants to know more about health, wellness, getting strong, anything related to exercise. Yeah, now we got all this stuff showing up. So, Rusty, you were asking about squats. Now, the way you were showing me you were doing your squats, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And just go ahead and let me know what... Now, what's a good way to position them? You had your toes forward. This might actually be easier to see with shoes on. Black socks don't exactly show up good on this dark brown floor. Now then. So, hey Nathan, how you doing? So, you were about shoulder width apart with your toes forward, and when you were going down, you were, yeah, and I'm sort of feeling the tension there. So here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to base out. Well, I'll get into the caveats in a minute, but you're going to want to base out and point your toes 45 degrees, right? Not 90, 45. And not forward, 45. I hope you can see the difference in what I'm doing there. But once you're based out more, you got to feet wider apart. Now your knees are bending in the direction that they're supposed to bend. And if your legs are wider, then they're not getting strained going over your toes. This is the way that the legs are supposed to bend. Now, from the side, you get into that nice wide position. Now here's the trick. If you don't want to be leaning forward, right, especially like this when you're doing your squats. I tell my students all the time, you got to keep all of your weight above the center of gravity. A, that's better for your back. B, because you've got all your weight directly over the glutes and hamstrings, you're going to get more out of the workout, right? So, hips forward, chest out, shoulders back, chin up. Hands anywhere except your thighs. Literally anything. Down and up, like that. See how I'm keeping my back straight as I go down? See how I'm getting about a 90-degree angle on my thighs? Not feeling anything in my knees at all when I'm doing that. Because it's not about the knees. It's about the hamstrings and glutes. Now then, there's a couple of different ways you can do squats. I just showed you what we call, now, at my dojo, when we do squats, I say squats, we got here. Right, because we're working on the strength of the horse stance. The closer you bring your legs, the more glute activation you're going to get as opposed to hamstring. Now, just in case you don't know, the hamstrings are the back of the legs, right, that go from the bottom of your butt down to the back of your knee, and the glute is the butt itself. Now then, if you have a wider base, you're going to get more hamstring out of it. As you bring your feet together, you're going to get more glute exercise out of it. So, same thing. If you've got a narrow stance, and we do these, I'll call these out specially, I'll call them narrow squats. Your feet are a little inside shoulder width. Now, same thing. Your toes are still pointed out. You're still doing the best you can to keep your back straight all the way down. Now, when the stance is this narrow, naturally your back is going to come out in order to get the whole range of motion. Keep your back straight, keep your chin up, shoulders back, chest out, all that. And just get down, try to keep your heels flat, and try to prevent your knees, right? So if your toes are flexed out at about that 45, then it's still bending in the direction that your knees are supposed to go. And that's going to get more glute activation into it. You're going to want a healthy mix of both. Because something I did a long time is I trained for at least 10 years, never doing any sort of narrow squats. And now I've got these really big thighs, but, you know, without getting too graphic here, I barely have any glutes. The result of that is, well, actually my kicking power is weakened because the glutes are more integral to a kick than your hamstrings are. And it actually takes away your ability to run. Humans got their ability to run because of the way we developed our glute muscles. So, I mean, there's a bunch of reasons I suck at running, but that's only one of them. Also, it's part of the core set, right? Basically from the glutes to the solar plex, all of that stuff is what's keeping you upright. So that needs to be strong so you stay sturdy so you can carry yourself into old age. Now then, stretches to help you recover with that. Basically, all of those floor stretches that we were doing, but especially the scorpion to leg extension. Now, I encourage people to try this so they can work on their balance. So try it without leaning on anything. But if you're not there yet, or you want to get a deeper stretch, you can go ahead and put your hand on anything, really. Let me see. Yeah, this is the best way to do this. Put your hand on anything, and just, this is the scorpion stretch right here. And then you want to pull this leg straight back behind you, not off to the side, but knee pointing straight to the ground, and then pull straight back. That's going to stretch the quads, and and then you go from there to the standing leg extension, where you cross your grip on your foot and straighten out and hold. Now, you might not be able to get it straight, but you're going to try to get it straight. And hold that for like 5 to 10 seconds. And that's going to stretch out the ligaments around the joints. And additionally, you can strengthen the ligaments around the joints, or the tendons around the joints, by doing knee bends. And you see me do those at the beginning of every stream, where my feet are completely together, toes forward. But then when I go down, I've got my knees braced, and you'll notice that my heels are coming off the ground this time. Like that. And then I stretch them straight back when I come up. Like that. So, any questions on all that? Give it a try for a week, see if your knee problems improve. Let's see here. Narrow squats have more all-around workout than regular squats. No, it's not that they work out more, it's that they work out the same muscle group in different ratios. So, take for example, if I do a push-up or a bench press. In either case, I'm always going to be working my pectorals, my shoulders, my triceps, right? All at once. If I have an even push-up position, right, like so, I'm going to be activating all of those relatively evenly. Now that when you're like this, and your hands are right below your shoulders and you're bending your elbows straight back, your triceps, being the smaller muscle group compared to your pectorals, they're going to give out first. So you're going to feel the burn there more. Now, you can do different things with your grip to change the ratio of those muscle groups that you activate. For example, if I go wider for a double wide push-up, I'm getting way the heck more pectoral muscle out of that activation the pecs are a way the heck bigger muscle group and comprised of like 3 muscle groups by themselves, as a matter of fact. So that's why, you know, a few weeks ago when I was doing 400 push-ups, eventually I couldn't do any more regular push-ups. I had to go to double wide because my triceps failed completely, but I still had tons of chest strength. Conversely, you bring your hands closer together, now it's way the heck more tricep, right? So that's how that works. I get it wider, I use more chest. I bring them together, I use more tricep, like that. Same thing with the squats. You go narrow squat, you'll feel it a lot more in your glutes after a little bit of time. But if you go wide, you're going to burn the heck out of your hamstrings. It's not that one works more than the other. They work the same muscle groups in different ratios. I hope that makes sense. Now then, we've talked for a long time. Let's do some towers, shall we? You know what's funny is I'm sure that, oh yeah, when I go down to do those push-ups, I disappear completely behind my little desk here. Now, Rusty, I technically owed you that question from last week, but thank you for the tip regardless. Now then, let's see if we can, well, how the shoulders hold up today, and see if we can actually do 10 pull-ups, even if they're half reps, on the tower today. Alright, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Come on! Ah, there we go. Whew. Someone who knows more than me, play back those pull-ups and tell me how bad they were. Ah! Oh. Actually feeling a little lightheaded, putting out that much effort. Ah. There we go. Whew. Yeah, there we go. Whew. All right, kids, that actually wasn't too bad. I think we can keep doing that. Oh, that was the wrong button. All right. Catch the breath. Fast devotion to stay without tempting to stray. Woo. Always in motion so high. Outing from the air with one of every avian. Down below at earth and those upon. Out of such a choice, out of all the noise, Only few will be in the mind of one. Whew. I should be focusing more on breathing than singing. I've had Forever Free Brawny on my show a couple of times. I've told him, hey, you heard what I sound like when I sing. Let me know if ever I can help you on the song. I don't think he's gonna do that. He was probably being polite with me. He's probably being real nice. Who am I to you but family? Oh, help me see. All right. Let's grab a sip. Let's see what chat's saying. Okay, so it's good to do both types of squats, regardless. And regardless, I should have had my feet spread out roughly 45 degrees. Yes, so you want to angle your toes out about 45 degrees. For narrow squats, your length was actually fine. But still make sure your toes are out. You point at about 45 degrees. All right, another 10 pull-ups, Brawny. Let's go. Oh, nope, that's a failure. Whew. I think I got 8 halfway decent ones, though. I think. Okay. Yeah. The push-ups. Yeah. Ha. Rest timer. Pull-ups might not be my cup of tea, but this is my cup of tea. Black licorice, mint, iced tea. There's a little bit of stevia. Feels good. So I got to 8 pull-ups on that last set, which is not bad, especially considering I was only able to do 8 on Monday. And I did 10 on the first set. So we'll see if we can do at least 8 on the third set. Hopefully we can. Whew. I see there's some chat. I'll read that in about 10 seconds. All right. Joseph, hello, how you doing? And yet another godforsaken stream bot. Lovely. Maidley did some pendulum bends and overhead hip shake. I've never heard of an overhead hip shake before. That's an interesting one. Feel better than I was before. I'm not going to overdo it with how my body feels. Not a good idea to make yourself sick when having food on your stomach. Yeah. All right. In the chat, because hey Pedals, how you doing, babe? You come to watch your husband suffer? That's what everybody else is here for. Okay. Only one thing left to do. 8 pull-ups. Come on! Oh. Almost got 7. That sucks. Oh. All right. Okay. Barely any bend on those dips. Come on, Brawny. You know what's crazy is I feel those more in my shoulders and chest coming off of the dips than I do in my abs where I'm supposed to be feeling them. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, this is a lot better. Stream Elements is working. No ads on the music. We're vibing here. Coming up, we got 18 rounds of cardio exercises. 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. Back to back. No quills, no pillows. It's like 2 balls and a bong. My tea is starting to taste a little watered down. The ice cubes I got in there are melting. If you're out in the Twitch chat, make some noise. Gotta set up the timer for the next round. Oh, we also gotta take care of that bot. Yeah, I have yet to do a stream on Twitch where I'm not getting those bots. In order to do that, we're gonna have to head over to the internet. Unfortunately, I have to do this while I'm streaming. There's no way to do it after the fact. Now then, where was that guy? Oh. I'm actually not seeing it. Did somebody else already? Oh, wait, no, there he is. Spoke too soon. With devastation, there's a simple explanation. Creation trapped inside a crystal ball. We must be resilient. Break our spirits as we sing our silly song. Alright, how many bots must we ban before it stops becoming a problem? Currently cooking bacon for lunch. That sounds pretty cool. Pardon me just a second, guys. Alrighty then. Now, got the timer here, and we got to set it up for 18 rounds. 1 minute on, 30 seconds down, 18 rounds. Starting with core exercises. Oh, when I did the thing again. Let's just start with crunches, yeah? Oh, where's the best angle? Yeah, this looks alright. We'll work with this for now. Here we go. Pedals, if you're still out there, tell me what core exercise I should do for the third set. We're coming up on the second set right now. Heel touches. Good way to work the obliques. Okay, nobody made any suggestions for round 3. So we're going to do sit-ups.
Next question, bicycle kicks. Is it recommended to try to touch your knees with your elbows?
So, short answer, yes, and I'll show you. Now, you might not be able to do that, but in trying to, you will get more of a rotation. And the rotation is what's important to really working that entire abdominal chain. Man, I'm feeling the burn today. All right, now gotta get those kettlebells. Okay. Okay. Oh, failed already. What the heck? Whew, the 25s might be too heavy for me yet. Okay. 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 All right, so we're going to try the kettlebell swings with the 25. No guarantee I'll do any good. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yes, I have thought of doing more cycling. Okay. Oh. Hang on, out of breath. Godforsaken cardio, come on. I'm genuinely starting to fear my heart will never recover. Ah! You've had your rest, Brawny. Oh, heck. Oh, I got about halfway through the round. Hang on. See if I can get a few more reps in. Okay. I think that's about the halfway mark. Oh, the 25s are too heavy at this point. Switch to 15s here. Come on. Okay, that's good for now. Come on. Come on. I can't remember if that was 2 or 3 of monkey squats. I'll know once the timer starts counting around again. There's still lunges and step-ups. Okay, yeah. So this is round 3 of monkey squats. Ah. Stay on your feet, Brawny. All right, that's all I got there. And now for lunges. Oh. That's one on lunges. Oh, guys, I gotta tell you, my heart is on fire right now. That's two. Okay. All right. All right, that's good. All right, that's one on step-ups. 2 more rounds to go and we're done. Yeah, nice dripping sweat here. That's how you know we're getting stronger. Even if I'm slumped over this bench, looking very unprofessional. Professionalism, Miss Brawny, I must insist. Rah. Hey guys, don't let me forget to wipe down the bench. I've been forgetting to do that lately. Shame on me. All right. Should just be one more round. Keep it going, Brawny. We're almost done. Okay. Please excuse me for a moment. Oh, there's the tip.
What would you say the ratio of, for example, push-up to squat speed? I know legs are stronger than arm and I'm just about doing double the squats to push-ups.
No, that's about right. So, on a good day, I can do 50 regular push-ups straight. 100 squats is a warm-up for me. Your legs are typically going to be a lot stronger than your upper body. So, don't be worried about that. If you want to train them evenly, here's what I would recommend. Do a set. And I wish I could explain what a set is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up the bench here. I'm going to write it down in the YouTube and Twitch chat so you know what exercises are in the set. And this is, the set is sort of something that's kind of, like you mostly see it in Brawny's dojo. But I sort of picked it up from my teacher, my first teacher that is. Let me go pull up the YouTube chat. Alright, so I'm on Twitch chat already, so I'll start there. The set. Can I do this? Yep. Push-ups. Crunches. Shoot. I hit send too soon. Let me try again. Push-up, crunches, leg lifts, bicycle kicks, squats, lunges, jumping jacks, high knees. There we go. Butt kicks. All right. And what you're going to do is try for 100 on each. write down the numbers for each. Then average them, round up to the nearest 5. And that's your set amount. You're going to do that every day. And then once a month, you test yourself again and see if you can raise it. So I'll send that to Twitch, and then I'll hop over to YouTube and send it there too. But it gives me the courage to fail. I can be a drama queen, a bit stuck up, it's true. And I can be too eager to please. There's such thing as being too honest too, 'cause we're not flawless. We're work in progress. We got dents and we got quirks, but it's our flaws that make us work. Yeah, we're not flawless. Work in progress, so tell me what flaws you got too, 'cause I still like what's flawed about you. Alright, it took me that long to get to the YouTube chat. There we go. Oh, that did not format properly. Let me try again. Nope. I can't shift enter and create a paragraph. So if you're on YouTube, you're just going to have to make sense of that. So then do this every day and retest once a month, either at the beginning or at the end of each month. There we go. Let me copy that over to Twitch as well. Copy that down. Adhere to it. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'm going to call it there so I can go do some computer work. Try to grow this business a little bit more. Maybe pet that cat that's over there. Who knows? Maybe I'll jump in the pool. Maybe I'll never get out. Who knows? I think that'd be great. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun following along. Thank you so much for the tips. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for keeping me company while I try to build my VO2 max and very likely fail. I'm going to go get a protein shake. If you worked out with me, you should do the same. Put some creatine in it if you can. Make sure you sleep 8 hours tonight so that you've properly recovered for tomorrow. We will see you guys either on Friday, if I can make time for another one of these streams, or on Saturday for the debate and the gaming streams. Until then, stay safe. God bless.